we got so many different angles, and we're just going to come up organically.
Yeah.
If you're Tyreek Hill, like he had the choice between the Jets and the Dolphins. And I don't want to activate Tuanon before 8 a.m. on a Thursday morning, Eastern time. But if you're Tyreek Hill, Zach Wilson or Tua / Teddy Bridgewater, who are you picking? Who are you picking?
Well, you know who I'm picking, that's for sure.
Or Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes, well, we know that
so
he
let's take
wins.
Mahomes out of the equation.
Right.
Wilson or Tua / Teddy, who are you taking if you're Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, I'm there's no doubt I'm going Zach Wilson there. You know, Zach Wilson, you're going to be able to do some of the stuff you've been doing with Patrick Mahomes, where they're going to go, hey, run 40 yards this way and then run 40 yards that way, and Wilson will bomb at 80 yards, and it'll be awesome. That's what it would have been in New York. Would have been great. But as we see a lot, and we know when we hear this, you and I think everybody in the NFL knows, Tyreek didn't want to do it. Sounds like the Jets made every bit the same offer the Dolphins. But this is a new theme in the NFL, in my opinion. Ty goes to Florida. That's what it is. Half the NFL lives in freaking Florida during the offseason. Tyreek Hill's from South Florida. You talk about it all the time. The state taxes, that's a real thing. You're making $25 million a year. You don't got to pay the whatever it is, 8, 10%, 12%, whatever. It's a big deal.
13 in California.
All right. So, yeah, it's a big deal when, you're only making this kind of money for a short period of time of your life. And I think that probably plays a big factor in this as well.
The theory had been creeping in over the past few years that the NFL is becoming like the NBA. And we're like, well, not really. And now look at
this offseason. Yeah.
Now, and the players can instigate this to a certain extent, and I think they have, but you still have to have teams that are willing to go out and make those trades. That's what has unlocked this. The Rams are the ones who can be credited or blamed or somewhere in between for this mindset beginning to really take root and grow in the NFL, where we see so many guys changing teams. Trades that we would have thought were unthinkable happening, whether it's Russell Wilson, whether it's Devontae Adams, whether it's Tyreek Hill. It really is amazing to see it happen. And while we're in the neighborhood of Miami and Tyreek Hill going home to Miami, and he's excited about that, and he has every right to be, how do you see him being used in the Miami offense? Because in Kansas City, that was the offense where the defense has to cover every blade of grass because, number one, Tyreek Hill can get to every blade of grass, and number two, Patrick Mahomes can buy enough time to get the ball there and can get the ball there. There are key ingredients in forcing a defense to cover the whole field. At some point, I said this yesterday, at some point, if you're the deep safety, you're just going to look at Tyreek Hill and you're going to say, go ahead, keep going. I ain't getting it to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, run as far as you want. You're past the limit of the ability of the quarterback to get the ball to you. How does how does Tyreek get used in an offense that has Tua Tagovailoa or Teddy Bridgewater, based upon the way Teddy Bridgewater failed to answer the question about his role earlier in the week?
Yeah, there's like the $1 million question. I got a kick out of looking at social media when the trade was done yesterday because so many people were like, what? Tua's not going to be able to reach Tyreek Hill downfield? This doesn't make sense. I don't get it. No, yes, it doesn't from that standpoint, but they're not going to ask Tua to throw the ball down the field to this guy. This is going to be – they went out and they got what I look at and go, they're going, wait, we got Tua, we got Mike McDaniel, we got that great running scheme, the Shanahan running scheme, where the outside zones, the inside zones, they're going to spread you out horizontally. And then what he's got now within Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill is he goes, I got 2 Debo Samuels. You don't know who's going to get a reverse or a speed sweep, or we're going to fake it to this guy and throw a screen over here to that guy. We're going to run the ball here, bootleg. One of these guys is going to be on the flat in the backside. We're going to spread you out, with the run game so much horizontally that it's going to leave little holes for Tua to throw the little quick slants like we saw Jimmy Garoppolo throw to Debo Samuel. That's what it's going to be. We heard like with Tua coming out in the draft, like a lot of people were saying, he's like a point guard. Right, he is. He can dish it and pass it. He's not a great thrower. But you give him the, hey, 5 yards, 8 yards, boom, boom, boom. Oh, right here, he's good at that stuff. He does have different deliveries, and I think that's the kind of football they're going to play, Mike. They're going to kind of try to get you going this way, and then every now and then hit, Tyreek and Waddle going that way, and play that kind of football with Tua. Don't let him throw it 70 yards. Let him throw it 7 yards, and let the other guys run the other 63 yards.
Which would be more than twice the current distance of the 3-yard pass that Tua has been throwing.
It was 1 yard. I thought that's what they were talking about.
Actually, he had the second best Tua did completion percentage on passes 20 or more yards downfield last season, but he threw it deep at the second lowest rate in the NFL, only behind Daniel Jones. So he can throw it down the field. They just don't. At least they didn't in the offense they used to run. And we'll see now. Look, with Teron Armstead there,
yes,
you maybe can buy the quarterback a little more time to get the ball down the field. Tyreek Hill running past guys, Jalen Waddle getting open. This becomes a very exciting offense. These are the best two receivers, I would argue, that the Dolphins have had since the Marx brothers back in the 80s with Mark Duper and Mark Clayton. The only problem is they don't have Dan Marino. That's the only thing. And you have to wonder... You have to wonder whether they still are going to go get Dan Marino. Not that they can now when they gave up 5 picks to go get Tyreek Hill, but I still think that they'll do their best with what they have, and it could get very interesting with what they have. But having Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill is only going to make them more inclined to find a big-armed, badass quarterback. Maybe Tom Brady still maybe I'm just kidding, people. Or am I? Maybe Tom Brady still would like to make the move from Tampa down to Miami.
Yeah. Hey, look at this group right here. I mean, this is a pretty damn good group. Devontae Parker, when he is healthy, is a legit number 1 receiver. He's the 4th guy in their team now. Preston Williams, you talked about Tua's ability to throw the deep balls at a high completion percentage. That's because guys like Devontae Parker and Preston Williams are big, and Tua throws a soft ball up there and just gives them a chance, and they're great at it. I mean, I would sit here first off, Mike, and I'm going to say this without even thinking, all right? And not really diving into this, but just kind of coming to me organically. Is there a more dangerous duo in football than these two right here, right now? I don't think so. I mean, man, Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
Waddle hasn't really hit the national radar screen maybe the way that he should, but he should.
He should, right? I mean, we saw enough, especially at the end of the year, where you went, man, all they do is feed him the ball. He makes plays left and right. He's one of those guys like Tyreek where you throw him a screen and you go, watch out. He might go 60 yards up the sideline. And then you couple that with Gesicki at tight end, and then now they got Mostert and Chase Edmonds at running back to go along with, Gaskin and Salvin Ahmed. I mean, so holy cow, they got some talent on that side of the ball to make you think twice. I mean, this is a huge move that makes you think differently, of course, about the Miami Dolphins. And then, it takes a little of the luster away from the Kansas City Chiefs. So it swung the balance of power in the AFC a little bit.
You mentioned Devontae Parker, and I had forgotten that he and Teddy Bridgewater were Louisville teammates.
Yeah.
There was a time where it was kind of like a Derek Carr, Devontae Adams thing with the two of them. And again, we assume Tua is the quarterback.
Right.
But Devontae Parker could be the odd man out by the time it's all said and done. They could turn around and trade him. Who knows what's going to happen with that receiving depth chart?
That's right.
You just have too many. You have too many, and you want to rebuild some of your draft picks, and that may be a way to do it.
That's a good point.
The Dolphins, they were already, in my mind, a contender because they've had back-to-back winning seasons. Mike McDaniel, we both love the guy. And now you add Tyreek Hill, however he uses him. And you're right, it's not going to be run deep, run deep, run deep, run deep. It's going to be all sorts of different creative things, the jet sweep, the little touch pass, the little quick, the quick.
Little boom.
The 2-inch pass.
I'm 1 for 55 yards, guys. Look at that.
It's 55 yards because there goes Tyreek Hill. And, it's not Deebo Samuel in the sense that we're going to see Tyreek Hill running between the tackles. We're just going to see him zip around the end and run out of bounds 15 yards down the field.
Right. That's what
and
it's
not
gonna
get
be.
touched.
Yeah, that's what it'll be. You're exactly right. I mean, Deebo Samuel's special in the fact that he's so thick and he's built like a, first and second down running back. They can do that. But you're still going to see Hill and Waddle get the ball behind the line of scrimmage with blocking schemes, yes, to get them more on the edge, to your point. And then you're not going to really be able to pin to, wait, which guy is the guy we need to be scared of with the reverses or the sweeps, or which guy runs the quick slant after they fake the reverse and do that. So that's where I think it's really brilliant that way. And McDaniel, as we know, is McDaniel. I keep saying McDaniel is just confusing with him and Josh and the Raiders. It's driving me crazy.
As I said,
it's driving me
the
crazy.
past 2 weeks, one of them needs to add an S, or one of them neats to drop the S.
I feel like ever since you said that, it's actually made me more aware of it, and now it's in my head, and I can't say either one right. But I think that would be the plan of attack. And we know they're going to run the football, and the big franchise left tackle here. We know the defense is special. I mean, wow, for Miami. I mean, this is one of the better rosters in all of football.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.